Every month, PlayStation gives PS Plus subscribers 2 free games. As a trophy hunter, I've decided to embark on a journey. Every month, I will pick one of the 2 games given out and obtain the platinum. Of course, if there's no platinum to obtain, I will complete the 100%. Since PlayStation has a history of controversial giveaways, I'm giving myself a lifeline. I'll be allowed to opt out of both free games 3 times this year. If I do choose to opt out, I have to play a game offered from a previous month. 12 months, 12 games. Come with me on this journey through the PS Plus games of 2020. Call of Duty is one of the biggest selling franchises in gaming. Every year it manages to be a top selling game no matter how many people complain about it. Call of Duty World War II was no exception back in 2017. Coming off a couple years of back-to-back boosting, wall running, and overly futuristic settings, Call of Duty was promised to go back to its roots, with boots on the ground gameplay, and it delivered on that. With Call of Duty games typically comes ultra-rare platinums. This is because of the time investment in 3 modes that have associated trophies with them. Of course, newer titles to the series have been exceptions. The new Modern Warfare, for example, only consists of single-player trophies for the platinum, and same goes for Modern Warfare Remastered and Modern Warfare 2 Remastered. As far as World War II is concerned, you'll have to play the campaign, multiplayer, and Nazi zombies. Checking in at 70 hours estimated for the platinum, this game is quite the undertaking. Luckily, back in the day, all I ever played was Call of Duty, so I actually already had the multiplayer trophies unlocked when I started this journey, which knocked off close to 30 hours of time. My biggest focus and first concern was zombies. I've never been invested in Call of Duty zombies, and frankly, haven't been that good at it either. The key here was to try to find a co-op partner or group to do the Easter eggs with. World War II has 2 separate Easter eggs, both with trophies for each. One deemed the easy Easter egg, and the other one deemed the hard Easter egg. Luckily, the game gives you instructions in the top left of your screen for the easy one. The hard one adds on additional 6 steps to the already 7 from the easy. If that doesn't sound too bad, there are steps within steps. For example, you have to build all 4 variants of the Tesla gun, each being 5 to 6 steps within themselves. Needless to say, it's a lot of work and coordination. Luckily, I had 2 great teammates, and this was knocked out in a single 3-hour session. Aside from the Easter eggs and miscellaneous trophies tied to zombies, there is also the dreaded trophy called Pressure Cooker. This was given for surviving until wave 20 in the prologue, which sets the player in a very small, compact farmhouse. For this, you need to know how to properly train zombies. Having to do this solo, I was convinced this was going to make or break my platinum run. With zombies and multiplayer off my to-do list, all that was left was the single-player campaign. Here you play as Private Red Daniels, a young man in the 1st Infantry Division experiencing the horrors of war for the first time on D-Day. After fighting your way through the beach, your platoon makes its way across Europe, fighting in some of the most iconic battles of World War II. And with that, you begin to develop a strong brotherhood with your fellow comrades. The journey to the platinum looked mostly familiar. Various trophies asked me to kill enemies in a certain way, use my equipment in a certain way, and in classic Call of Duty fashion, even complete missions without breaking stealth. Collectibles made a comeback, and so did completing the campaign on veteran difficulty. However, World War II also implemented new mechanics we hadn't seen in a Call of Duty title before. and with those new additions came trophies too. Requesting various items from your friends, such as grenades and ammo, were key in completing missions. Another new addition to the game were heroic actions. There were 3 different forms of these: dragging an ally to safety, saving an ally in a struggle, and getting groups of enemies to surrender. After 2 playthroughs and a few replays of missions through Chapter Select, my Call of Duty World War II experience came to an end. If you've watched movies like Saving Private Ryan or HBO's miniseries Band of Brothers, not only will the plot feel familiar, but the way in which the cutscenes are presented will as well. And there's nothing wrong with that. Call of Duty World War II has a solid campaign, and it's one that doesn't feel like a dread to play while adding new mechanics we hadn't previously seen in the series before. The trophy list is straight to the point and recognizable, multiplayer demands commitment over skill, and Nazi Zombies demands both. That being said, if you have the patience and time, you'll be rewarded with a platinum trophy that's perfect for any trophy hunter's cabinet. Thank you so much for watching. Please come back next month for another episode, and happy gaming.